Happy blissful day, blissful beings, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Gabriel.
And my name is Kylie.
And in today's video, we want to share with you how to use the law of assumption to change your physical appearance. How to use the law of assumption to change your physical appearance. So the good news is that you are the God of your reality and you can do anything. You can change your physical appearance. You can manifest a luxurious life. You can, you can do whatever you want. Whatever you can imagine, you can have. If you can imagine it, you can hold it in your hands. If you can imagine it here, you can hold it in your hands. Because I'm just reminding you that consciousness is the only core substance of reality, and consciousness is the 4D, which is your mind, which is the imagination, right? So whatever you accept in imagination then reflects in your 3D reality. So for example, if you want to manifest to grow taller, right, all you need to do is just accept that you are now tall. You just have to accept that, oh, okay, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am a tall person. And then you ask yourself, okay, so now that I am tall, how does that make me feel? I don't know. Are you now validated? Are you now
Confident.
Are you confident, right? Yeah. How are you now thinking as a tall person? How are you feeling? How are you acting as a tall person? So when you answer those questions, it will then give you your new identity. So then all you have to do, you just remain faithful to this new identity, which is in your imagination. Remember, it's an identity that you accept in your imagination. So in other words, you're accepting this new state or this new self-concept in your imagination, and you just then remain faithful to this new state, self-concept or identity. And then what will happen is the 3D will then conform, or rather the 3D will reflect your new assumption in your imagination. So the 3D is your external reality and your body. So it's not separate, it's one. So whatever you accept in your imagination, the 3D and your body then reflects. So if you accept that, oh, okay, I am a tall person now because I feel like a tall person, I talk like a tall person, I act like a tall person, and everybody always compliments me on my height. Right, now this is happening in your imagination. You're fulfilling your new desire in your imagination, which is the real world. This that you're perceiving through your eyes is only a projection of imagination. In other words, it's a copy of the imagination. That's why you want to trust and believe and accept whatever is happening in your imagination, because it is God, it creates, it's the real world, and which is so awesome, and it's freeing. It's freaking freeing. So there you have it. That's how you manifest physical changes.
Yeah, because I'm sure we all know, I know a couple people in my life who, they'll go on this diet, then that diet, then that diet, then this regimen, all trying to achieve a certain look, right? But you see, they find themselves going from one to the other because it's not working for them. Why? Because they're still in a mindset of their old body type or their old thing. They're saying like, I want that. I want to have that specific physique. Instead of saying, I am that now, and this is how I perceive myself. And there's nothing wrong with diets, exercise, any of those things. You want to have lighter hair, you can diet, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with those. But if you're doing them to try to achieve a result, it doesn't always happen because you're still stuck in saying, I want to have this body, I want to achieve, I want to be tall. Instead of saying, I am tall now. Or like, I want to have that ideal body. Instead of saying, I have my perfect ideal body now.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite parts about it is that you do see sometimes, like we said, the states are complete. So your actions can start to all of a sudden start to change. You want your perfect ideal body, and all of a sudden you have a bit more energy, and you're just inspired to go for more walks around, and you slowly see that your body is starting to conform with this ideal that you have. and your actions are also starting to conform. And so it's such a wonderful thing that, you know, you're not stuck if you feel stuck with how you look. And you don't have to go through expensive treatments or seek this diet and that diet and join this gym and this program. If you want to, that's great, you know. Sometimes exercising, it feels amazing. We both do it. But yet we don't do it to achieve a result. We've already accepted that we have our perfect bodies already right now.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite testimonies is my skin. I've shared it before, but you know, when Gabriel and I met, my skin was chaos. I had acne everywhere, bumps, it was red, it was puffy. I couldn't even sleep on a pillow because it hurt. Like a soft, fluffy pillow hurt my skin. And it was also at the time of pandemic, so wearing a mask was terrible. And yet when I met Gabriel, he told me, but you have perfect skin. And I thought, really, are you blind? Like, and he's like, no, I see that you have perfect skin. And he said, when you look at yourself in the mirror, see your perfect skin and appreciate your perfect skin. And I thought, okay. And that was kind of my first introduction to manifestation. And so every day I was like, I'll try this. And I would see perfect skin. When I would touch it, I would feel perfect skin. Even though physically it was still red and bumpy and crazy. But I saw in my mind's eye, in imagination, that wow, it's beautiful, it's perfect. And so quickly, it cleared up. Just like that.
Yeah.
And I was able to change
2 months.
it.
2 months.
Yeah.
And you've been trying for years.
Yes, like since I was like 12 years old.
Yeah, 2 months. And that shows the power of actually accepting that you already have it. Because remember, there's a lot of techniques and tools, and they obviously all work. That's why people are talking about them. But if you are using a technique and tool to achieve a result, you are actually telling yourself you do not have it. So in other words, you're coming from a place of lack. But however, if you accept that you are tall, and you use a tool after that, then boom, then it's now called celebration work, because you've already accepted that you're tall. So the stuff or the tools or the techniques that you're using after that, it's just like, yeah, of course, it's like norm, you know. It's like, you know, listening to your favorite, you know, artist, you know, yeah, you're like, okay, cool, yeah, I love this, I love that, I love that, you know. You already know he's a favorite artist, you know what I mean? And and even with me as well, I was like, oh, when I found out about this stuff, I was like, oh, okay, so which means then I can use the law to actually like overcome aging, right? So I can then say that, oh, I don't have to age if I don't want to. So then I just assumed that every day, in every way, I'm just getting younger and more youthful. So I am young, I am youthful, but every day I'm getting more younger and more youthful. And I mean, you know, like I even sometimes forget my age. Am I 38 or 39, right?
38.
I'm 38, but I mean, like, you wouldn't say that I'm 38. I mean, a lot of people ask me if, like, you know, 25, 26, yeah. Why? Because I've accepted that I am young and youthful, and that I'm getting younger and youthful every day, because my assumptions actually create. You see, but I've already accepted. I mean, she knows that I am young and I am youthful, and I'm getting younger and youthful every day. And it's beautiful because I feel, you know, like, I mean, I'm like a big kid, you know. Yeah,
I was gonna say, even, you know, a lot of your friends are now at that place, you know, when you start to approach 40, it's like the gray hairs, all these things, you know, they're like, I feel old, they're like fighting aging. And they seem to be aging very quickly.
Yeah.
Because instead of just accepting that they're getting younger, they're trying to fight getting older. And it's such a key difference. And so for yourself, it just is. So instead of trying to fight your body, accept that it's exactly what you want right now.
Right.
Instead of trying to fight this whatever imperfect health, you just accept that it's exactly what you want right now.
Beautifully said, baby. Thank you.
Thank you.
Having said that, thank you for watching. Keep smiling and enjoy your blissful day. And also, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. And if you do need one-on-one coaching, all the details below in the description below. And having said that, Catch you in the next one.